Do you have this trouble with your cupboards? Too many lids? Here's the answer. Just a simple rack attached to the door, folds away. We'll see how we make that. This is what I started with, a 6mm diameter steel rod and 40 by 20 mil bit of pine, but perhaps a 20 by 20 piece of wood, pine would do, and even better maybe a bit of aluminium square tubing. That would go down well. The wood is cut into 3 centimeter blocks and then marked up with holes for the screws to screw it onto the door, and an 8mm hole for taking the rod. Of course, the rod has to be bent. That's the next bit. Here's one I bent earlier. It's not perfect, but it really does the job. I mark the top of the steel rod. I'm going to call the top, and I mark 2 centimeters from the end, and that's where I'll start the first bend. This one. Right, I've positioned the rod in my vise. Nothing complicated. I don't have any complicated equipment, and I just bend this like that. That's the first bend. Now, using the thickness of the vise here, I'm going to use that to give my length of the second bend. So I'm going to bend this towards me again. It's easier. Line it up and straighten it up so we don't have to do too much adjustment later, and just bend. And that gives me the first one end. I'm going to try and do the other end, see if we can get it right. Right, I've put the other end in to the 2 centimeter mark. I've made sure that the other bend is in the same alignment, and I'm going to have the top of the wire, metal rod, facing me again, and I'll just bend it, keeping it as square as I can. Then, using the thickness of that again, I'll hopefully pull that towards me, because this is the inside. I'm going to bend it towards me again, get it square and pull it towards me. There we are. And there's a second bend. Simple. Now, of course, this piece is only a demonstration piece. To get this distance, you have to measure the door and the lengths here, and just adjust it so that your door will close when you fitted it into the doorway. And trim these off if you need to. Trim the ends off so that they will fit nicely into the bits like that. And then we'll put it on the door. My trusty assistant helped me mark the door. So you put this in the place that you wanted. Put in a nice marking bradawl, and then drill the hole. Of course, you don't want to go to the front of the door and have the screw poking out, so I'll put a bit of tape on that so that that doesn't go too far into the doorway. And then we'll screw the little bits on. Right, the first block screwed onto the door. We fit the metal rod in, screw the second block in, and you could have the metal rod hanging from beneath where the screw points, but there's not a lot of force on these screws, so it's not all going to rotate out. And there we are. And then you can have any size pot lid you want in there. That's a fairly thick one. Match it with that one. Or you can have a thin one. It will fit in there. Glass one. And they sit there nicely. Voila. Just make sure when you position this that when you close the door, the lids don't hit anything on the inside, like that middle shelf. If I put these lids down here, they don't fit in.